I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
Hello. I hope everybody can hear me. Welcome to Turtle and Friends Play, mostly Friends Play, creators of Aeonce. It's a Dungeon and Dragons series that's DM'd by my husband, Zhao Bu. We are on Season 2, Episode 2, and they are all here with me on Discord, but I have them muted. So now I will turn on their volume. Hello? Oh, I didn't turn your volume on yet. Apologies.
You
Hello.
tried.
There we go. I did it. They can hear you now.
Do we sound okay?
I think everybody can hear us. Can you guys hear us? Hello, Atmos PT.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Did you want me to do an intro too?
Yeah, that was the only bit of the intro I was gonna do. I hope that's okay. Not very professional.
Well, I thought you wanted me to do. Okay, you're fine. You're fine.
Cock blocked.
Atmos says he can.
It's a learning experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to iron this out. Figure it out.
Day, okay.
Hey, you had an excellent intro. I just wasn't sure what you wanted from me with that.
Well, you're the one with all the knowledge. I'm just here to be a goofball, I guess.
Well, the only knowledge I have is because it's my own world I created.
Yeah.
It's nice knowing everything because it's what you made up. It's like the kid at a playground who's making up the game as you go, and you can never get all the rules right. I never grew out of that, really. Well, so welcome everyone to Creators of Aeonce, and this is where a group of brave souls have collided in an effort to make something magical out of an ordinary Tuesday night. So this, as Turtle had said, this is the second session of Creators of Aeonce Season 2. Did you mention the YouTube?
Oh, no, I haven't actually mentioned it. We just created a YouTube channel. So if you ever miss one of these Creators of Aeonce sessions, you can go to my YouTube and you can see the first episode there.
Right.
We do all
so
the
this is
introductions.
This is session 2. So if you missed session 1, give that a check out. Hopefully you didn't miss a whole lot quite yet, so you won't be lost if you're just tuning in and want to keep watching with us while we're live.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, but Liz, your microphone on stream is very, very quiet.
Oh man, it did that last time and I had to eat the microphone. Let me see if I can fix that.
Others are super high. I like that. I like to be loud.
Yeah.
But you're more important, so
Look at your keeping an eye out on that.
Look at your little VTuber trying to figure out her own volume.
Don't look at me. No, it says that the volume's at maximum on the OBS software, so I'll just have to speak with the microphone in my mouth. Hello?
It's very loud through Discord.
Fine for me.
I'm sorry, I don't want to deafen you guys in Discord.
Yeah, let me turn down your user volume on here.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
I'm happy with your volume.
I always have her turned down. I don't know what you guys are doing.
I had her boosted all the way up, so.
Oh, you know what it is? I think that it's my laptop trying to pick it up and not the microphone.
Why would that's silly?
Okay.
Silly laptop.
Is that better, Atmos? Let me know. Thank you very much for helping me troubleshoot. Sorry, I'm kind of still figuring this out.
So much to figure out. We'll get there eventually.
I don't stream on PC often. I stream mostly on PS4. So when I do stream on PC, it's like...
Well, let's go ahead and dive in.
Yeah.
We began the last session at an extravagant party in honor of the heroes of Aeonce, returning successfully from their mission. They were able to uncover and obtain one of 6 creator spheres, bringing themselves one step closer to saving the world from damnation. We have Nairomi Loftus, Hero Castiel, and Arden Axling. They are all awarded permanent housing within a portion of the palace called the Heroes of Aeonce. So you all have homes now here in the Kingdom of Kine, which is pretty exciting. They're like nice lofts, downtown city. kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. You'll get to check that out here whenever you decide to go to bed. But on top of that, each of you were given pendants with King Stricker's seal, the king of Kine. So with those rewards, you guys are all still here at the party. The heroes are shortly joined after receiving these rewards. They're joined with two new individuals, Clyron Viafox Hild 7, the version 1, and Quintetta Rainfield. The powerful Midas, who brought them together, told them that they are the new heroes of Aeonce, and there will be a briefing in the morning on their next objective. So he kind of leaves you guys to your own devices to talk amongst one another as the party continues on. Quintetta, grieving and overwhelmed, calls it an early night and head home. Clyron and Nairumi seem bottled up with questions. Castiel standing by, and Arden is tugged by Madame Mittmeyer to move the party to the streets of Kine. On the side, we have Marcus Rockford, who just obtained the location of any age relics, a warehouse near the docks in the Kingdom of Kine, where he can meet Mr. Gainsley to look over his collection of ancient relics. Accompanying Marcus is his giant steel defender, Took. So, unfortunately, our friend who plays Marcus Rainfield is sick tonight. I will have to puppet him just a bit, but he knows what's going on. So I'll try to minimize puppeting him as much as possible, just so he can continue to be true to his character without my inputs.
Feel better soon, Marcus.
I hope so, buddy. So I think that means we will skip ahead to Nairumi and Clyron. The two of you kind of ended. Everybody was together. Some questions, some comments were kind of thrown into the mix as you were all standing there, just abruptly put together by Midas. And being heroes of Aeonce, you kind of all skipped the icebreakers, and everybody just kind of went their own way. Except for Clyron and Nairumi, the two seemed eager to either ask questions or just kind of feel out the situation. But so I'll let the two of you take it away. Anything you want to say?
All right. So basically, where we're at is I think Nairobi was like really interested in asking questions. So Claren's sort of looking around at all the people that sort of backed away and started going their own way, and she's looking at Nairobi very confused.
Yeah, Nairomi's looking back at you very confused, but also with like a look of intent and curiosity on her face. So Clyron, can I don't know if now is a good time. You mentioned earlier that that it would be a good time for us to really, get to know one another. But I'd love to pick your brain if you have time.
I'm all right with getting to know one another, but I have to let you know that some things I plan to tell everybody, and I might not want to tell you only at the moment. I don't like repeating myself. I hope you understand.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe first I should let you just talk to everybody, and then if I have any other questions after that, I'll talk to you then.
I do have a question, actually. What is your relationship with King Stricker the Third?
King Stricker the Third?
Yeah.
Well, that's my father, right? No.
No.
I forgot his name.
She's talking about the King of Kine, the one that just gave you the medals.
Oh.
Your father is, I believe his name's Harold. He is.
It's been 7 years
here at
since
the
I
party,
met Harold. Okay.
but not you're a Loftus. You're not a Stricker.
Okay. I didn't know if Loftus was my mother's name since they're not married anymore. Anyway, sorry. No, I don't I mean, I don't know if my family has ties with King Stricker the Third, but I myself don't.
So you would say you're not very close to him?
I don't know him really. No.
Right.
Can I ask why
Interesting.
you're asking?
I'm afraid this wouldn't be the best place to explain.
Okay. Well, we've got nothing but
There's-
time. She says with a
Well-
weird grin.
Well,
Okay.
I believe once we all get to a point where we can speak alone, I'll explain a little bit more.
Okay. I look forward to that time. She grins again.
Nairomi, I'm not gonna make you roll an insight check because you're not thinking about it. But I will say you kind of get the sense that as your conversation is going all kinds of different directions or winding down, it doesn't seem like Clyron has anywhere else to go right now. Like you've got family to talk to. She's just kind of standing there looking around.
She
Oh.
doesn't know where to put her hands right now. She's
What do I do
so
with my hands?
uncomfortable. She's
Well-
so uncomfortable. She has no idea what to do here.
Can I
She's
get?
never been to a party in her life.
Yeah. Can I get you a drink, Clyron?
Oh, I don't know where to find drinks. That would be awesome.
Okay. Well, follow me.
Okay.
So I'll take her over to get some drinks, and then I'll start walking towards my family, I guess, with her.
Yeah, probably not too far from where you are. There are servants circling just about the party with platters, glasses, nice crystal glasses of wine, different entrees, small baked things. Very, very high-end, nice party here. So all the servants are very well dressed, and they're just filled with platters coming around, and probably one might have not necessarily eavesdropping, but kind of gets the hint as soon as he hears "get a drink," and he is like at your beck and call, holding a platter at eye level to the both of you.
Well, thank you.
Right? Thank you. Is this non-alcoholic?
No, ma'am. It's strong wine, only the best here for King Sticker.
Oh, thank you very much. I am going to nurse it all night.
He bows and continues on. And so beyond the servant handing you drinks, Naomi, you notice that your uncle across the room, he is talking to another young man who seems to have his own iron defender with him. Your uncle Nikolai always has his clockwork soldier. He seems to be very intently having a discussion with another man who has a very strange-looking mechanical being next to him. Not quite the clockwork that you're used to growing up with.
Iron
He
is all
kinda,
starry-eyed.
he waves as he catches your glance, and Claren, of course, you notice this, and you can turn to see one of the men. The one that waves over at Nairomi is clearly related to Nairomi. You can tell he is wearing the Loftus signature dress suit with a few additional tinkering gear. So you can tell he's probably pretty crafty. On his lapel is the Loftus sigil, which is a silver dove with a teal petal in its beak. And behind him is a large tan machine made from gears and steam. This is the clockwork soldier that Nikolai works with often. So you would know clockwork soldiers. Probably have never seen one up close. I'm not sure how much time you actually spend in the the Kingdom of Kine. I know you live.
Not a lot.
I didn't think so. So they're probably around, but the clockwork soldiers are a signature of the Loftus family. They are the main defenders, rather than people or armies or soldiers. They build and manufacture these to help protect the Loftus land. Next to him, just as Nairomi notices, you see the young gentleman who's a very unusual steel defender. You can go ahead and roll a history or an arcane, either one of you, on looking at this. Your characters don't know this, but Nikolai is having a conversation with Marcus and Took, his steel defender. No, look at you guys. Okay, yeah. So, haven't really seen one put together so well before. Not even next full functioning. So this is less of less of clockwork, steam and gears, but this machinery seems to work on more of a crude system of runes that generate different forces and manipulate gravity to kind of function. This is ancient machinery. Nairomi, you've probably seen your uncle mess with this a bit. Never really quite understood it. Definitely could never get something to run as well as this creature is working.
I'm just like wowed.
And Clyren, you know this to be a complete steel defender made from an ancient race, or from ancient times, called the Spinors. Most of them are extinct at this point. Those that live are now enslaved or do not really have language anymore. But back in the day, maybe a few centuries ago, so not super long ago, but a few centuries ago, the Spinors would use these type of machines to do work for them and to help them. So it is very rare to see something like this.
Would I think that my uncle could have had anything to do with it?
I'm walking right up to it.
Your uncle is very, very like into this conversation. He looks very excited. He's very animated, talking to Marcus here. So
Okay.
no, you've seen your uncle work with stuff like this before and has never been successful.
Okay. Well, I'll follow after Clyren.
I'm just looking up and down at it. Maybe like spilling my drink a little while I'm like bobbing around.
Yeah, so as the two of you approach, Nikolai, he bows as the two of you enter, or come closer. And you see as he kind of finishes up his conversation, you can overhear a bit of it. It seems like, or from what you could catch on your way over, it sounds like Nikolai was offering Marcus a job. And you caught the word Warforged as you were getting closer and closer. You
I
know
can read
that
lips.
Say that again?
I can read lips. So can I like see what they might have been saying?
He's when he's speaking, he's looking at Marcus. He's not looking at you guys.
I see. Okay.
So, but Nairomi, hearing the word Warforged, you know this has been a tall tale, a dream of Nikolai. He has always talked about the Warforged, and creating like an intelligent clockwork soldier, something that could think and do for itself. So, catching the rest of that, he turns and he says hi, and he's like, "Well, that was a wonderful show there, Nairomi." He kind of points to your new little medal.
Yeah.
Do you have a moment to talk now?
I'm sorry? What'd you say?
No, he's just saying, he was asking if you had a chance to talk now.
Oh yes, if you have a moment. Clyren, can I leave you with this man and his contraption?
I'm just staring at the giant soldier. I'm not even going to respond.
Alright, yeah,
like,
she looks fine. Sure, let's go, Uncle.
Tuck kind of like leans over you a little bit, Clyren, since you're so little, and he just goes, "Whir, whir, whir." He just waves at you with little dooting.
I'm going to show him Flitz.
Oh
my
goodness. So describe Flitz for us.
Flitz is my small homunculus servant, which is made out of a feather. He's sort of got a long neck, a single camera-like eye at the end, and bird-like feet, and wings that flap as quick as a hummingbird's. Um, and he's about the size of 3/4 of someone's hand or palm. So he's really small.
If you have a
But
picture of him, I can show it.
yeah, I do have a
Do you
picture.
not see this on the page? I've
Yeah,
got it
I
zoomed up.
see it.
So
Naomi, do you see
It's
the
under your-
page?
Yeah, I
It was
see
under
it.
her character
Very
sheet.
cute. Yeah, my character sheet was
Oh.
blocking it. Like
Oh,
I said,
silly.
very professional.
he's very delicate, but he's Claren's little best bud.
Does he make his own little noises? Or you just kind of like
He
flutter
can't.
around?
He can't speak. He can only flutter and sometimes go zert.
Oh, it was brisk with the clockwork spider, wasn't it?
Yeah, Brisk had the little spider.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna be making great use of that if he ever figures out what it does. He just kept it like a little pet sitting on his shoulder. Oh, jeez. That Took kind of gently holds his hand out, and is Flitz. Is it Flitz or Flirts? Flitz, right?
Flits. Yes.
Yeah. So Flitz kind of like flutters over and hovers above his Took's hand, and Took does he does a few little happy coos, and just like starts to like bounce Flitz back and forth between his hands as Flitz just kind of hovers in place a bit.
And pulls out her notebook and starts taking notes.
Flitz is very, very small. Eager to the point where you can finally like talk Nairami. He does not like you might try to like pull him away when you want to, but he just goes right into it. He's just like, "Oh, I'm so glad you have a moment to talk." It's like he's been holding on to this. He's like, something strange happened back there in Beijing.
Oh my gosh.
And then he quickly turns his head to to note Claren is an elf. And so his voice kind of trails off for a second because he's talking about Beijing. He's like, "Oh, I see your new friend is an elf." He kind of pauses for a moment.
Oh.
Claren, this probably happens sometimes when you're around people in Kine, or sometimes when people come to the shop. You can tell he's choosing his words carefully.
Am I listening to this?
He's right next to you. He was like too eager to step away.
All right.
So you can hear this. He's still like right next to you. Oh, are you gonna introduce me to your new friend?
Claren, this is my uncle.
Oh, hello. Pleasure. I'm gonna curtsy, I guess.
Oh.
He's a very knowledgeable inventor. He actually makes clockwork soldiers and communes with werewolves.
I assumed, considering the
Claren. You can see Nikolai's like putting it together. Claren. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. He does a little half bow. Nicholas Bastion Loftus at your service. As he bows, his clockwork soldier kind of bows along with him. It's definitely more clunky moving than Took is. But now that he's kind of still playing with Flitz here.
Mm-hmm. Pleasure. Do I know about this person? I mean, I assume I know about the Loftus family, but
Right. If you want, you can go ahead and make another history check just to see what you catch. I know. The Loftus family, at least without having to roll, the Loftus family is one of 6 noble families.
I rolled a natural 20.
Of not Hyperion. Look at that. If you roll a natural 20, it's a 33.
Wow.
Claren is a smart cookie.
Oh my goodness.
I guess the library helps too.
Yes. So the Loftus family is one of 6 noble families stuck in this constant tension with one another, all in competition to be named the 6-winged crown. There's never been they have in like the kingdom of Hyperion, they have built a centralized kingdom But after that first monarch, who had 6 sons, they have never since had another king sit on the throne. Instead, the 6 noble families, which have branched out ever since, have been in constant kind of like this Cold War, this tension with one another. So the Loftus family, one of the 6, they maintain their strength and independence by utilizing their ingenious inventions, the clockwork and steam-powered machines. So just like the Clockwork Soldier that's with Nikolai, they defend the lands. So there's very little people or very little losses anytime there's some kind of conflict with a neighboring noble family. So the Loftus family is currently run by Nairomi's grandfather, Nebuchadnezzar, who has been able to maintain peace within the Loftus realm for quite a long time, for a few decades now, without any incidences. In fact, you would probably, with your 33, know the last incident that the Loftus family had was the death of Nikolai's only son. He was assassinated about 20 something years ago. Since then, there has been no intrusions on the Loftus family. So this would have been Nairomi's older cousin, who would have been the next line of the throne. Or not the throne, but the next in line for the Loftus family. As of right now, the only line of heir to the Loftus family is Nairomi's youngest twin brother. Well, not Nairomi's twin, but Nairomi has 2 younger siblings who are twins.
Yeah, I was about to say.
12-year-old boy.
I don't have a twin.
No, you do not have a twin. A lot of Clockwork Soldiers, a lot of steam power and stuff comes from there. And it's still a very new and growing field. Using engineering to build machines that do work is fairly new. So Nikolai's name comes to mind when he introduces himself as kind of one of the main pioneers that had a lot of work in things that didn't require magic anymore.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
Well, since you are a Clyran, then you must know already. Yes,
Gotcha.
Beiji has... So the Corvus said the elves aren't immortal anymore. I'm not sure what had changed this, but they've lost their immortality, and just like that, he reincarnated. What was that? I'm sorry.
He said, "I'm aware."
Yes, he said you are aware. So this is to both you, Clyran, and Nairomi. Corvus said the elves, they're not immortal anymore, and so just like that, he reincarnated. That crazy archmage came back as a turtle.
Who came back as a turtle?
He didn't seem to care. He was just glad he wasn't stranded anymore. So last you remember, Nairomi, you met Corvus, the archmage of
he came back as a
transmutation. Yep. What's that?
I didn't realize he was an elf. He was like...
Yeah, so that was the issue. Corvus was stuck in the kingdom of Beiji because he was an elf. And that was the only place he could draw enough power and magic to continue his work and his what he needed to do to get back to himself.
Okay.
This is kind of a lot of this you learned with Rava. When you went to the Pyridium Paradise, which is one of the powerful Fey wilds that you guys visited while lost in the middle of the jungle of Beiji.
So wait, was Corvus a tree for a while?
Yeah, that's why I thought he was something else entirely.
Corvus was doing everything he could to prevent himself from becoming a tree.
That's why he was stuck there.
He was stuck, and he had encased himself in melendenzite. It's a very, very powerful raw mineral form of soul energy, melendenzite. And so he encased himself in this so that if he died, he wouldn't be able to reincarnate because he would just become a tree. Elves are immortal; they become trees when their physical bodies pass. And so, not wanting to become a tree, he was just kind of stuck there. But
That they can no
Nikolai
longer
is
become trees now, right?
yes. Nikolai has just explained to you something happened in Beiji, which I mean, you being who you are, Nairomi, you kind of have a few ideas of what just happened in Beiji. Elves are no longer immortal, and so Corvus isn't stuck anymore. And it became a turtle, but it's fine because he's just happy to not be stuck anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of presses his hand against his temples as if he's like tired and just have been dealing with so much lately. And so he says Corvus is planning an attack on the Nami once he has enough of the forces. So the Nami, Clyron, you would know, is one of the other 6 families of Hyperion.
Well,
which is... Go ahead.
I think it might instantly click then for Nairomi the fact that Rava has expressed in the past distaste for the Nami because the Nami have been oppressing Kenku for a long time. And so Rava, when she left us, I guess, might have joined Corvus's side to help in the fight against the Nami, is what Nairomi's thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that all makes sense. And so Clyron, when he says this, you know, again, the Nami is one of the other families. And Nairomi, you know, the Nami have been oppressing and using the Kenku as kind of their little army force so that they don't have to lose their own people.
Where are the Kenku located?
Sorry, say that again?
Where are the Kenku located?
Let's go to the world map. Loftus family, Nami family. You guys are right here. That's the Kingdom of Kain.
Where are the Kenku?
The Kenku are being oppressed. They live in the territory of the Nami.
Okay.
Rava is a Kenku, but she was named a hero of Aeonce. So Rava was with them all season 1, helping to get the green sphere back, the green creator sphere. But since then, something has changed, and Corvus is now free. So Nikolai continues. Grandfather agreed to house them on Loftus land. So he's there with Corvus.
He agreed to house the Nami.
They all want to
Loftus
fight to
land?
somehow take back Corvus's body in a temple underground in Nami territory. But you know this won't take long for the Nami to discover this. They have spies and ears everywhere.
Okay, so he's housing the Kenku here in Loftus land.
Yes, your grandfather Nebuchadnezzar has agreed to house Corvus and the Kenku that have gone rogue against the Nami. They call themselves the Cult of the Kenku.
I take it that you got my note then.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh.
And I think your grandfather saw that as well. I think he's siding with the fact that the Nami, this has to be stopped.
Well, he's wanted to sort of end tensions with the Nami for a long time. Maybe this was the final push he needed.
Well, your your grandfather's never been one to, or quick to raise a sword, but I think he knows when's the right time to do so.
Yes. I mean, if a war breaks out between the Loftus family and the Nami, I don't know that I can be of assistance to you. We still have our duty. Is there
I
something
was
that
afraid
you
you'd
wanted?
mention that.
Yeah.
Well,
is there something you need from me?
no, I just I wanted to let you know in case you don't hear from us again. I don't know what a war will do. There are casualties usually in these things, and it would be my duty to make a difference in this war. I'm bound to this. I hope you understand. I need Corvus. He's gonna help me finish the Warforge. I know he can. We're so close.
What of
He just
this
keep.
young man over here? You say he has a warforge.
Not quite. It's not all there. And he kind of turns again to Tuck, and Marcus has just kind of been listening in as well. Yes, Tuck is a magnificent um, design, I would say, and I think he's onto something with Took, but it's still just a machine that obeys orders. I want something real, something that thinks for itself. I want to do what Corvus did with the Kenku, but make something that can be machine at the same time. Yes, I wanted to tell you, I don't know that she wants you to know, but Rava is with us. She went to join the cult of the Kenku.
I'm so glad she
She's
made it there
joining the
safely.
cause.
But
Yes,
Uncle,
yes.
why do you want to make a machine like this that's self-sentient?
So that they can do for themselves, and we can work alongside them.
Sounds like you just want to play golf.
Well, no, Nairomi's thinking to herself that it might have more to do with his son.
Iron doesn't know that.
He kind of like wags a finger at you, Claren, and it's like, well, the creators, they created us and gave us the ability to create. I don't see why we shouldn't. Should we stop there?
I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I'm just saying it's something you might be doing here.
Corvus has
Not
definitely
here to
planted the
judge.
idea. Oh, I appreciate you mentioning that. Some people are definitely shy of this type of ideology.
I'm a creator myself, so I understand.
Yes, I see your little contraption here. This is wonderful. Do you have more like it?
I can make more like it, but just this one for now.
Oh, well, does it do anything?
I'm going to tell Flitz to repair, cure wounds, and I take out my dagger that I have, and I'm going to cut my hand with it. Should I do damage? Should I roll damage? Should I roll damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll a dagger on yourself.
Okay.
So you can roll for the attack, but you can just choose to let it hit. So
I'm just gonna let it hit. So I do 7 damage to myself.
That's max damage.
Ow.
You try to prove a point, you get all in there.
I like cut an artery.
Oh no.
Too deep.
Nikolai is just fascinated. He's just like,
Nairomi's in
wow.
shock and like preparing her hands to cast a healing spell on you.
I'm going to sort of wave her away.
He's just like, what?
And I'm going to have Flitz cast, use his reaction to cast Cure Wounds on me at level 1. So it's just a 8 plus.
What does it look
Almost
like when
healed all of
Flitz is healing you? Is it like an energy thing? Is it a physical bandage or something?
So he has to touch. He has to be able to touch me. So he lands on my shoulder and sort of emits an energy, and you can see the wound close. I'm pretty sure plus my plus my intelligence modifier, that wound is completely closed.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I see. Marcus is just like, you people are nuts. What, like, he looks at Tuck and Tuck's like, I can't heal you. Oh my god.
This is
Oh,
just one of a few things that Flitz is capable of doing.
that is marvelous. I can see many uses for that. Huh. Little heal me bot.
It's much like a familiar, although it can't be poisoned.
Well, Naomi, I must be getting your mother and father back to our room for the night. We've got a hotel a few blocks down, but please let me know if you ever can make it back to Hyperion. We could definitely use you in the fight. You and your friends are very skilled.
Yes. No, I will talk to our allies while we're here about it. But if I can't be there to help you, Uncle, I will send help.
That would be much appreciated. Much indeed. And with that, Nikolai will kiss you in the top of your head, and the Clockwork Soldier will lean down and kind of boop the top of your head with his. He can't quite kiss. He doesn't have lips, but he just goes
Headbutts you.
Yeah.
Into the ground.
Freaking knocked out.
Just trying to mimic what Nikolai does.
Yeah. Well, I will give my little cousins then a hug and give my mom and dad a hug too as they depart, and let them know that I still want to meet with them later.
That'd be wonderful. And
when do you leave Kine?
It was quite a long trip to get here, so I think we'll spend some time vacationing for a little while.
Can we give you, we might not be in our house or home here in Kine for very long. I wonder if we can talk to the Order about potentially giving you refuge. But I don't know. I'll try to think of something. Just a place that my cousins, and a safe place that you can come in case things do get too tense.
Well, as I understand it, the King Stricker gave you a home here. I don't think he's gonna dictate who stays in your house. That's a wonderful idea. We can send the little ones here to stay safe.
Yes. Yeah, it's any time that you guys need it.
That is an excellent idea. Well, if there's nothing else, you guys have a wonderful evening and be careful.
Thank you,
Please
Uncle.
be careful.
You too. And I do want to see you before we leave.
Okay. I'll be here.
I'll let you know what the others say.
We're staying at the Pilgrim's Inn.
Okay.
Or what is it called? The Pilgrim's Fortitude. Well, you remember that's the place you stayed when you first came to Kine.
Yes.
It's a very, very nice hotel.
I mean, if it's not too late for you, I might even come by after the party is over.
There's going to be a lot of us in this room, so... But I will be in Kine for about a week. Before you go, you can always try to find me.
Okay. All right, well, have a great night.
Night.
Kiss, kiss.
You've gotten so weird on your travels.
You have no idea.
Oh, God. So, did you have anything else to say, Claren, before I turn over to somebody else real quick?
No. Claren's mostly just like following Nairobi around because she has no idea what to do at a party and also nowhere to go afterwards.
Yes, you're the only one who actually doesn't have a room or a house or somewhere to go right now.
Yep.
So, happening simultaneously to this, Castiel, while you're just kind of stepping away, Quintetta had kind of like said some weird stuff to you and then rushed off. You're just kind of standing in the midst for a moment as Naomi and Clyren step to the side. As they move out of the way, you catch sight of Lilith. She kind of catches your gaze and she smiles warmly. And seeing you, she's gonna kind of begin to navigate towards you. And as she approaches, she curtsies again. Castiel, she kind of can't help but blush. She's kind of hasn't really been around somebody of your stature lately, at least. When we were in school, I always had eyes for you. I know you probably always overlooked me, and I get that, but give me a chance and I'll surprise you. This isn't that crazy, is it? I mean, many of our parents were matched at our age. Their parents just have been so generous. I want to do the best by them. And you.
I'm quite sure you do. I'm a little puzzled, however. You know that my family station is much above yours. How did this happen? Why you?
Wow, rude.
You can really tell like that.
I'm not being insulting in this, but it's
just like is heavy on her, and it takes her a moment, kind of like looking for the right words. And I suppose I can't begin to argue or understand the decisions your father makes, but I trust them to be in the best nature for your family. My parents are below yours by birthright, but I guess we could all make our own stars if we try. She's kind of like really does not have a good answer for you.
Please don't misunderstand.
You're getting the sense. What's that? Go ahead.
Please don't misunderstand. It's not a matter of me being displeased with that. It's just an unusual pairing. Thought maybe there was something between our families that I didn't know about.
That might be the case. That would not be information I'm privileged with, unfortunately. Maybe you want to talk to your father about that. As I understand it, it was your situation is unique, and my father didn't seem to mind, being that our joining would raise our family stature. But we all understand that your mortality is at stake. She kind of says this very faintly, just like nervous to say something like that to you.
And that brings me to another point. Given my current circumstances, I hope you realize that there's not much of a life I can give you as far as, I don't know if you're looking for love, looking for intimacy, but it's not something I think is in my cards.
You don't think you deserve something like that?
I don't know if I'll ever be able to be in a position to give that to you, right? Heck, we may not be able to have any sort of joining. I may not return alive from my next mission. Is this something you're prepared to handle?
I have thought about this quite often. It saddens me to think like that, but I've been taught not to think like that, and I have hope. You've made it this far, haven't you? You've done things, I've been told, that no other person has in all of Aeonce. So, I have hope. I have hope that you'll make it back each time. And I've come prepared, just in case something like this should, if you were worried about this, you can have a token of my favor. And with this, Lilith she pulls out a handkerchief from the side of her dress, and she kisses one of the corners of it, leaving a big like red lipstick stamp. And then kind of gingerly holds it out for you to take. And she says, "You stay safe and bring it back to me, okay?"
Castiel bows and takes the handkerchief. Says, "If I do make it back, be sure that I will give you every fair chance. I want you to be fully aware of what you're walking into. There may be an increase in station, but there's more to life than that, and I hope you're just prepared for any consequences that may come."
No, that's just something my dad cares about. I don't care about that. I think you deserve somebody who will be there for you if you make it back and give you the chance. I'm prepared for that too. She kind of goes back into the little purse that she pulled the handkerchief out of, and she pulls out a small red velvet hand mirror. And she holds it up, and she says, "This is a magic mirror. You can hold it up so that you can see your own reflection and say my name. And when you do, I will know you're thinking of me. And then I can use this magic mirror," and she pulls out another one that matches it. "And we can talk to each other as if we're standing across from one another." She kind of blushes, handing you one of the mirrors. "It'll be like you're right here and not off, maybe dying. Don't die."
And Castiel will also accept that. And kind of just like, after they're saying not dying, he's just kind of like looking at himself in the mirror, eyes a little unfocused and far off.
Yes, you've done quite a bit of dying for one person.
Mubat said that the heavens are ordaining this match.
That's nice of Mubat. What does that mean? Aww.
I rolled an
Oh, I
8-ball, and Mubat was like, "The heavens point to yes." And being that he's like an angel, I guess he has to.
Castiel's it's happening.
It's
Mubat
actually
said
just
so.
referring to my parents. They're saying I'm going to fall in love.
This is parents saying
geez.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said so. It has to happen now. Well, you be safe. And with that, she curtsies again, and says goodnight to you. As the rest of her family is kind of calling. They're going to call it a night. It is getting pretty late at this point. So with her parting, is there anything else that you'd like to do, Castiel?
Oh, I'll tuck the handkerchief away, and I guess I would have pockets somewhere for the mirror, and then basically just gonna go and hang out and talk to my parents. There's nothing else in particular I want to do at the party.
Okay. I don't know explicitly, but you have things on you. They're somewhere, so I'm guessing you have like a pocket or something to stash all of your things in. Because I know you've got money, you've got holy water, all kinds of things on you. So
I don't know if I'd have that stuff on me at the party, but you know, there's some things that would be in here at a party. I'm definitely not stashing a full 2 sets of armor. But
okay.
Actually, no, I wouldn't have that plate. I would give that back.
So you head that way. And then simultaneously happening with all of this, Arden, you have Madame Mittmeyer, who's She's definitely becoming a bit flushed at this point. She kind of tugs on your arm, and she's just like, "Hey, Arden, these parties have a way of carrying on too long. That's my cue to move on." She kind of pulls you aside again. Her balance is a little bit off at this point. She's saying, "What do you say we head to the streets? I know a few other places in Kind that are always a great time at night." Kind of like giggling to herself.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's, let me tell someone so they don't be looking for me here. And
They don't want people looking for you. Okay.
I'll like look around who's the first person I see.
Nairomi and Clyron are not very far
All right.
from you.
So I'll wave at them and then point at us two and at the door.
I'm gonna wave back. Oh,
So
And
the
then
door is actually past them. So you'd have to walk by them
yeah.
at this point.
and
Byron makes
okay.
an okay symbol.
I shake my head
Okay,
no.
simple. You shake your head no.
Yeah, because Clyron
Well-
said she had something she wanted to tell everybody.
Well, so we're walking to the door anyway, so we'll be heading towards you.
Okay.
So Nairomi, you would have known that meant at the briefing in the morning.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Not tonight.
Then I'll give him a thumbs up. Go get it.
Thumbs up.
Attaboy.
So they start
Smiling
to
off.
head. The two of them, I guess Arden, you're kind of leading Madame Meyer at this point, or is she leading you? You guys are trying to leave.
Well, she knows where to go.
Okay, yeah. So she starts to weave her way around the crowd of people, and she's leading you by the hand and towards the exit, which is actually past Nightroom and Clyron at this point. She makes it nearly where they are, and then bam, she runs into this large and strange metal golem. And the two of you, Nairomi and Clyron, you just see Took quickly turns around, kind of like rotating at the hip, and just starts duding and beeping at her. As Madame Mitmeyer has just ran into Took. Took's beeping at Marcus, trying to get his attention. He's just like, what just happened here? Laughing, Madame Mitmeyer climbs on top of Took and yells, "Onward, mighty steed!"
Oh, that's. I don't think that's. I don't think that's a steed. I don't think we should climb on that. Let's get you down.
Took looks very confused. He is not pulling her up. He doesn't. And Mark is just like, "Okay, buddy, it's okay, it's okay." Marcus is like, "Ma'am, can you come down?"
Yeah, I'll reach up and try to go with her to come down.
Okay. Do you help her down?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. She gets down with your help, and she's just like, "Oh God, I'm terribly sorry." And she's kind of goldenly looks at all of you looking at her, and a lot of people are now looking at her because it made a little bit of a scene. She's like, "No, I'm sober. Why would you ask that?"
No, that's a common mistake. If I had a gold pizza every time I did that at a party, I'd be rich.
A gold pizza?
Peace.
That sounds delicious. Oh man, I'm hungry now. Madame Mitmai looks at the two of you ladies, and she's just like, "We're going to a better party than this. You guys want to come?"
She's asking us.
Party?
Yes.
I look around in the crowd for Jalbu.
You can't see him.
Oh.
Or you don't
I'm-
see him.
Sweating profusely at the thought of going to another party.
Can I message him to ask him if he wants to?
You don't have the spell message, but you can think really hard about it, I guess. What are you thinking really hard about?
We were just invited to a better party. You want to split this joint?
Another party? There's more
Ryan.
parties than this one?
Yeah,
So
Clyron.
not only did she ask you to come to a party, Clyron, but you would recognize this woman before you. Madame Mitmeyer is a bit of a celebrity. She's a ringleader of a series of circuses, first known as the Shadow Cirque. and later known as Madame Mittmeyer's miraculous madcaps. Is that what it was? I forget what I called it. Another ridiculous
Sounds
name.
right.
That sounds right, doesn't it?
I
It
sort of
was
just white and like start shaking.
Madame
Madame
Miller just looks at
Mittmeyer's
you,
marvelous
Nairobi.
madcaps.
yeah.
Marvelous madcaps. Okay, not miraculous. Very close. Very close. She just kind of leads in and looks at you, Nairobi, and looks back at Claren, and she asks you, Nairobi, she's like, "What's wrong with this one?"
I think she's a little shy. Claren, if you're going to join the heroes, like Midas says, we don't get a chance to party very often, so you might want to seize this moment.
It's a moment! Madame Mittmeyer just like yells.
You have to understand, I'm 75 years old, and this is the first party I've ever been to, and it's already a lot.
Oh, well then
And now
you
I'm
need to.
being asked to go to another one.
If you just need to have a little bit more of that drink you've been nursing all night.
Oh.
Um,
Uh,
so Castiel, on your way to maybe talking to your parents or finding out, because they were with, or Lilith was on her way to grab them, so it seems like they are all leaving together. You probably would have noticed Madame Mittmeyer jump on top of Took and yell, and you can see the rest of your group is now together, and it looks like they're all about to leave somewhere. I don't know if you wanted to join them or what you're up to. If you wanted to head that way, is that changing anything about you? Or do you want to go talk to your parents?
If they're heading out for the night, I'm gonna, go say goodnight to them. But I'm not exactly worried about going to another party, and I'm kind of distancing myself from the shenanigans right now.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you catch up to your mom and dad before they leave. They both give you another hug. Your dad kind of winks, and he's just like, "I'm proud of you." You could tell they both have had a few drinks themselves. Definitely celebrating it up. Probably tired of talking with all the other noble people here at the party tonight, so they're wiped out. But yeah, it looks like they're off to bed after they say goodnight to you. And so what did you say you were gonna do now? You weren't interested in going to
No.
another party? Okay. You're just gonna kind of cruise or keep drinking, or there's definitely plenty of people who would talk to you if you want to talk to them. And it's just more of how parties work. Just work in a circle, talking to everybody who comes by. For the rest of you, Madame Mittmeyer cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
She is off a Took and on her way out the door. If you can keep up with her, there she goes.
Okay.
You all follow.
I don't hear back or see Jalbu still.
You don't hear anything, no.
Okay. It's up to you, Claren, if you want to go or not. I'll go with you if you do. But I take her and I put both hands on both of her shoulders. If there's anything I learned by being a hero of Aeonce, it's that all the time that you get is very precious. So you should live it while you can.
All,
And I'm staring intently into her eyes.
all the time you get? No.
Yeah.
I'm just sweating. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go. I don't have anywhere else to go.
Hooray!
Oh.
You can come back to our house afterwards. Just take a little bit more of
Good.
that liquid courage and we're gonna have a ball.
I guess I down the wine.
And I'm gonna think again about Jalbu. If you please follow me. I don't know where you are, but I'm going to another party. I'm bringing this little introvert out of her shell. Please come with us. Beep beep.
You,
And no
you
message.
hear I'm with you in spirit. Have fun. I'll be close by.
Grrr! Okay. I don't think that.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought that, but I didn't think it at him.
Do you do it out loud in front of Claire?
If you didn't think it, then you are definitely out loud gurring right next to Glyron.
Grr. She did get real weird last season.
The
No.
party animal comes out.
Let's go.
The party animal. All right, so you guys follow. Madame Mitler leads everyone around to various hole-in-the-wall bars and late-night shows. The streets of Kine at night are a surprisingly busy place, lit by lanterns in the night sky, which, for those of you who are new...
Whoa. Where's Quintetta during all this?
Oh, that's a very good question. I'm about to get to her.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, could I have made the offer to her too?
She had
before we
already
depart?
left.
Oh, okay.
She's left
You're
the
right.
ship.
She did. She
She
left at
went-
the end
she
of
went.
last episode.
So the night sky is not like black with a bunch of stars. The night sky is lit up by the goddess of the night, who is kind of like the northern lights. The whole sky is lit up with just swirls of color, with a dark background. It is said that the sky is what fills people with dreams. So there's always this beautiful display, like this dance of this goddess in the sky that fills the entire canvas above you. So when I say lit by the night sky, I mean it's more of a not like a blinding rave, but when you look up, there's definitely a light coming from it. It's not bright like the sun, but it's not dark like just a bunch of stars.
Iron has marveled at the lack of light pollution.
Yes, there's just lanterns in the city. There's definitely a bunch of like the houses are definitely still pretty well lit with torches and candles and stuff, but for the most part things can be pretty dark, even with the middle of the city. So you guys easily exit and are about the town, going place to place. Quintetta, are you there? You're still there? Are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good. Okay. So, instead of going home, which you used as a quick alibi to get out of there because you were done smiling, is what you had said, you head to your favorite place, a nice little family place that you grew up with, a hole-in-the-wall bar. And you're there and sitting at the bar, and just quickly you hear, "How you holding up, Quintetta?" A burly, red-haired, older human man sets another beer in front of you. He kind of touches the top of your hand briefly. Draken's warm, busy hands are a pleasant gesture. This is a man you know pretty well, grown up with him for a while. Just another one of the families in the neighborhood. I'm proud of of you for going to that event up top. But what happened up there? I can see something has your mind occupied, and I know it's not the usual.
You can see that she rapidly blinks her eyes for a couple seconds, like she's just trying to hold herself together. She takes a deep breath, and and she starts laughing, and I went thinking I was there because it was an offer of an invite for Terracus. Terracus, is the hero. He's the strong one. He was the one who saved so many lives. I'm just the one in his shadows, and how fate works. They want me to be a hero of Aeonce. That should have been Terracus. Terracus would have done such an awesome somehow, and so they want me.
Draken's eyebrows kind of slowly raise at the mention of Hero of Aeonce, and he leans over, gives your shoulder a nudge. Nonsense, Quintetta. I mean, Terkus, he was a great man, but he always saw this in you. And why not? You have already proven a hero to the lot of us. Draken stands up and he clonks a cowbell nailed to the back wall and yells out, "Who here is better off because of the generosity of Quintetta Rainfield?" The whole tight bar fills with a resounding single cheer. Huzzah! You're a hero to us, Quintetta. Why not? Why not the rest of Aeonce?
Quintenta kind of like dabs the side of her eyes, knowing that this is probably the one place that she can let her smile or whatever falter. So she gives a genuine small smile and she looks around and then she looks back at him and says, "You know that when I'm gone, you have to watch for these people." Because you know that nobody else in Kine is going to take care of them.
Oh,
no one else is going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, you're good, Quintetta, but don't give yourself that much credit. I mean, we looked out for ourselves long before you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard if you gotta step out of this city. But and that's when you hear like somebody from the back is just like, "Speech! Give us a speech!"
Oh God, no.
The whole bar is just like fills with laughter, and everybody's like, "Come on, Quintetta, you made it! From one of us from one of us to the very top." Another person's like, "Our hero!" Somebody again just yells, "Speech!" And now you got like the entire bars clamoring for it.
I am no hero. How I got to where I am is Terracus. He has done it all. But don't let anybody tell you that you are not capable, not powerful enough to do whatever you want in this life, in this kingdom of Kine. There's so many of you who are talented, and some of you can do amazing things. But I am not a hero. And I do plan on going out into the world of Aeonce. And maybe when I come back. And in that moment when she says, "when I come back," her voice breaks slightly. And then she continues, "When I come back, I'll make sure I am truly then a hero for you all." And she raises up her glass and takes another swig of her glass.
With you, along with you, and takes another big drink. And standing next to Draken, his wife, much older, frail lady, kind of barely can hold a mug up at the same time she cleans it off. And she's just like, "So you're saying, Quentin, I need to find me a strong boy to bring me to the top?" Kind of nudges Draken. It's at the tail end of this speech. Madame Mintmire has led you all to this final hole-in-the-wall bar that she knows is usually a pretty good folk one. And as you guys approach, the rest of you hear the last few words of Quintetta's speech as you guys walk in the door. Quintetta, I don't know if you're standing on a chair or when you tell me speech, or if you're just kind of like turned around at the bar.
I'm probably just turned around at the bar because I don't want too much attention.
Well, you've got the entire bar's attention if you wanted it or not. But in this turned position, you then see at the door the rest of everybody comes walking in.
Iron waves sheepishly.
So Nairobi, Arden, Ellen, Madame Mintmire, Clyron, you guys all enter, hearing the bars yell, all raising a glass to Quintetta at the front.
I'll approach her and say, "That was quite the rousing speech you gave."
You can kind of see that Quintessa is taken aback, not realizing that the heroes would have shown up to this small bar in the hole. So Quintessa, looks at Naomi, tilts her glass kind of up and says, thank you. It's not really much of a speech. It's just talking to close family and friends. It's kind of hard to hear that I'm leaving and saying goodbye to them. But welcome. Come on in.
Does this mean that you are accepting the position of being a hero of Aeonce?
I didn't know I had a choice.
You always have a choice.
I don't know.
Naomi, you remember at the beginning of this, you guys did not have a choice.
Well, we didn't have a choice.
That's because Shiva called for you, the Oracle. Midas is the only one that's put her together, or put her up to this. You guys don't know anything about what Shiva wants.
Well, but between us chickens, you don't always have to do what Shiva tells you to do. Although Castiel would disagree with that statement.
Well,
she's probably listening right now. But...
He's not here. So from behind Quintetta,
somewhere
somebody's talking about me. From behind Quintetta, Draken kind of eyes you all and notices Quintetta's. He can definitely overhear what's going on. He kind of puts two and two together, figures out.
No, I was speaking under my breath. I didn't want anybody else but Quintetta to hear that.
No, yeah, you can. You can make a sneak roll if you want, Filani.
Okie dokie. Stealth?
Sure.
Oh no.
Yeah,
what? Heavy armor?
You don't have heavy armor.
I didn't think I did.
You don't even have armor, I don't think.
We'll work on it.
No, you have hide, I think.
Yeah. And fine clothes.
That just means you would get disadvantage.
Oh.
So a 5 is still your roll.
Bad. Okay. Well, I guess I'm more intoxicated than I thought, and I'm just
yeah.
Speaking loudly.
So he's like, "Oi, newcomers, make your way to the bar. A friend of Quintetta is a friend of ours. First drink is on the house."
Woo!
Draken and his wife.
Quintetta gives a little side glance, like, "We'll see."
Is this your bar?
How many drinks would I've had at this point before coming here?
You have only had one, Claren.
Okay.
Finished. You downed your drink and then came out.
But you are small.
So you've only had one.
I'm taking rolls now if I'm going to be drinking more.
A big mug full of beer has been handed to you. One goes to you, Arden and Madam Mittmeyer.
I'll take it.
And one to you, Naomi.
Hooray!
So yeah, if you exceed more drinks than your constitution, I need you to make a constitution save.
I don't know if Claren would want to get drunk.
So Draken and his wife, the old lady that was working beside him, kind of fill up each of the mugs for you guys. And Draken leans in, noticing that Naomi's trying to be sneaky, but she wasn't. So, crazy, dangerous mission to save the world? I'd be rich the number of times I've had some crazy fart in here tell me that story. But you guys, you're the real deal, aren't you?
Sometimes I'm the real one. It's hard to say. What? Nothing. Yes. Genuine article.
Draken had to check for a second whether he had been drinking or not. He's like, "No, I heard that right." He's like, "Well, you."
Quintetta gives the side glance again, "See, we'll see. We're friends or not. I don't know."
That's what Brisk said.
It's not Naomi's fault. She's this weird now.
Oh no. Do I sense that? Do I sense that you feel that?
No, probably not.
Okay.
I just feel fine. I'm just at a party at the end of the world, or what Naomi thinks is the end of the world.
always the end of the world for you.
Yep.
And Draken's like, well, you all take care of Quintetta. She means the world to our little community.
I guess
Oh,
that's why she wants to
shush.
protect it.
Oh, shush. Almost like the same exact response as you, Quintetta. Draken's wife is just like, Quintetta can take care of herself.
Raise the glass to that.
Woman on the other side of the bar kind of smacks her lips and raises her mug. She's practically family. Her and Terracus did so much for our borough. There's nothing that girl can't do.
So Naomi puts one elbow on the bar at this point, and she's like, "Oh, so then you guys must have some stories about Quintetta and Tarkus.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite
Quintetta.
one?"
Oh, I tell you, this girl is changing the world. Quintetta, tell him what you're doing for those little rugrats of this part of town. Stella kind of smiles smugly, like a mother full of pride over their child.
Oh goodness. Well, so as a little girl, I had magical abilities, but of course, the lot of us here, most of us are raised to be servants, and to take care of the Celestials. And but that shouldn't just be your only, I don't know, journey or the path that you will go on. And as my parents were servants, and they passed now, but my whole family, we've always been servants, and all my friends and the people that I know have been servants. And well, Terracus was the one who changed my future to not be a servant, but instead have the opportunity to open up to me to explore my magic abilities. And I know there's so many more kids here that should have other opportunities than just to serve the Celestials. And I am starting, little education programs for them so that way they can have other opportunities and other doors open to them besides just one path. It's not much, but it is something to offer, especially
It's
now that
absolutely
I'm going.
phenomenal. You're an impressive person, Quintetta.
That is truly amazing.
Oh.
Are they going to miss you because of this new appointment?
I don't know if they'll miss me as much as I probably will miss all of them, but
I just meant, will they be cared for?
I think so. I have worked on the program so much to have other people from the academy and everything to come and to help with them, and I think everything is pretty much set, because whoever knows when, my day will come, and so you always just make sure you have everything set and ready, and I guess I was setting myself up for me leaving now.
Little did you know, right?
Yes.
As far
Oh
as
my
you can
gosh,
actually
Germo. Rude.
What?
Germo Bloss says, let them die.
Aw. Rude.
Well, the poor children. So, oh my god. So as far as you can actually think, Quintetta, the more you talk, the more you're like, oh shit, I do need to make sure somebody can take my place as their teacher.
Yes.
So, but yeah, you have worked things out with the Magic Guild here in Kind, so you're probably going to need to pay them a visit to get everything squared away now that you are leaving.
Okay.
But go ahead. Do you have something to say?
No.
And so little Draken, hearing all this, and especially with what
Wow.
Nairomi and Clyron had said, he kind of gets this smug look, and he goes, "That's right. Tonight's profits go towards buying those kiddos magic components and spellcasting focuses." He like smiles real big, and he turns to clonk the cowbell again. That's right, you lowlives. Drink up if you want to see your kids do magic. Another resounding huzzah fills the bar.
Quintenta joins in on the huzzah.
I look over to see if Clyron
Wow.
chose to drink for that. Oh no, it redeemed twice.
Claire drinks. Okay. Oh god. I'm so scared. See.
Yes. You have to make a constitution save. A
I
9!
do it! I'll do it.
Watch your
Naomi, that's a
profanity.
fail. You're getting a little tipsy. Clyron, you're feeling great. You're like, you're so inspired by Quintetto's action. You're keeping lucid.
I think they just applauded for Clyron taking a drink. There was applause in the stream.
Oh, shucks.
Jermo wants to know what magic they can do. I think you're about to find out.
Oh, the kiddos? They're just learning. They're like, it's like Harry Potter before he knew he could do magic. He's just like making glass windows disappear in the snake pit. You know, random stuff like that. No, kids don't, they have the ability, but they don't know how to control it yet. So that's the purpose. What Contenta wants to do? She wants to, what do you want to rein them in? Teach them the ways?
Cast some prestidigitation and make like small fireworks for the bar.
You do that right now? Fantastic. It's a better huzzah than the rest of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Madame Mittmeyer kind of steps towards you, Quintet, and she's like, this is so precious. I have a whole lot of orphans I took in recently. They could all use something to put their minds to. I'll have to enroll them. In fact, Quintetta, I'll sponsor your program. Madame Mittmeyer kind of smiles big.
My eyes go wide. I quickly grab her hand, start shaking it.
Like a business deal, like shaking right away.
Yes.
Arden, you could tell there's like a wave of relief over Madame Mittmeyer. She had what was it, like 12 orphans she took in from the last circuit?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. She's surrounded by him at this point.
Well, Quintetta shakes her hand and says, "Thank you. You have no idea how much this means to me. I have to tell the guild first thing in the morning. Oh, yeah, I'll have to do the first thing in the morning and then meet with you guys. But oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Don't you have something else first thing in the morning?"
Quintetta looks around like, I don't know.
Nobody else gonna say it. Yes, the first thing in the morning, everybody has the briefing for the heroes of Aeonce.
I was just going to say, Castiel's sitting in his room thinking about the morning briefing.
Clyron's giving the briefing. It's her meeting.
God.
Quintetta says, before that, don't worry, I will not be late.
You mean after that, right? Or before that?
What time is the
second thing in the day? First thing in the day.
Briefing at? Like really early?
It's pretty much as early as possible.
Oh man, is this gonna be like a daily thing?
I hope not.
Oh, I hope not too. Okay, well I guess second thing I will do is go talk to the guild.
So, at this point, the bar, people keep getting drinks. It's definitely a lively bar. There's in the back. There's some folk music going on. A few big bongo drums. Like people are getting really into it. They're celebrating. They're having a good time. Not that these people they're not celebrating the same reasons that the big party at the King's Tower. But they're just kind of living life because tomorrow's just another work day. So they're living it up, like Nairumi said.
Erin's decided she likes this party better.
Aw, yay. So you're welcome to keep drinking. I think it's just 2 gold per drink, and that's because after the first one was free, the 2 gold per drink because the proceeds go towards getting the kiddos They're magic equipment for magic school. So you guys can continue drinking or just having a bit of time, but it's about around probably the end of that conversation, Nairomi, you hear in your head, it's good for people to not forget where they came from. You hear Jabu's voice say this in your head, of course. Make a perception roll for me, Nairomi.
Okie dokie. Oh my gosh, that's my highest stat, and I rolled in that one. I'm too drunk.
Drinking.
Yeah,
I'm taking all the good rolls.
You've been drinking. So you just hear in your head, there's like a long pause as if like somebody was trying to get your attention somewhere and you just weren't noticing it. You just hear inside your head, come outside.
That's like ominous. I'm not used to that yet. So I'd be like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I just leave.
You go outside.
Yeah.
Insight check.
You just walk out the door.
Yeah.
Great. Go ahead. You can insight. Oh my god, look at that 26.
Yeah, no, you know that
was almost another nat 20. That was a 19.
You know she's not going to the bathroom.
I'm going to.
She just lied to your face, and you know it.
Yeah.
So you want to join her going to the bathroom?
No, I'm going to stealth and follow.
Wow.
You're gonna stealth after her? Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, the power just flickered.
I just saw that. What the heck?
Ah!
Oh.
If we disconnect suddenly, I'm sorry.
Arden is so big.
Is it raining?
Like you're having a really hard time stepping around him, and like you're
no.
trying to be sneaky, but he's just like.
Pardon me.
It's all my actions sticking out.
I just need to go to the bathroom.
And yes, so you all notice as both girls need to go to the bathroom and are walking towards. Yeah, Nairomi, you definitely notice a 6. Clyron has noticed you, and she looks like she's trying to like hide behind people and be vague at the fact that she's following you.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, Clyron, I'm going to the bathroom. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. You'll be fine. I think she's following me because she's shy.
Quintetta looks around and goes, listen, just because I'm here, I'm not doing the girls' bathroom thing.
Iron blushes and goes back to the bar and puts her head in her hands.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh. So, by the time you make it outside, Jabu says, it's getting late, and I didn't want you to be, and I wanted you to be the last thing I saw tonight before I fell asleep. Could I escort you somewhere? Your room? Mine?
Oh, yours. Where are you staying?
Jabu pulls you through the shadows to your
Wow.
desired location, and just with the thought of your answer, the colors and hues suddenly shift unnaturally to their opposites. There's a sense of falling until you feel Jabu's hand lock with yours, and he leads you through the interdimensional space until he stands before you in human form again. And he kisses you.
Oh.
Yeah. He says, Nairomi, I have to be honest with you. I hope you don't mind, but I can't be outward with you about you.
I
It's
really
to protect
don't know.
you. I hope you understand.
What do you mean by outward with me? You mean like a relationship people know about?
Yes, I can't just go to a party with you. As much as I wish, I have too many enemies. big enemies.
You don't
I
think
want
I could
this.
handle them? You don't think that I want to be by your side to face them?
I don't want to have to. Yes, that makes sense, I think. I hear what you're saying, but I can't do what I need to do if instead I have to be protecting you. And he kind of like quickly puts his hands in his palms, like he's just like, okay, that didn't sound right, but I can't always protect you, and
Protect me
it's
from
all I
what?
can think about.
Isn't that partially my decision to make? I mean, I don't know what you're trying to protect me from. You know what we're trying to do, and I'm always facing danger. It's nothing new. And you can't even put me in danger if you tried because, I mean, time is irrelevant.
You are so weird.
Yes, I know. I've been told that a lot lately. I think something happened to me.
Only for the better. Look, what I mean to say is that there are a lot of people who want to get to me. And if they knew I had a weakness, it would be a lot easier for them. I don't want you to be bait. And I know you can handle yourself, but it's not fair for me to put you in something when you're so busy with something far more important. We can have this. I'm sorry, but it has to remain secret for now. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think it is. And I understand. And I hope that it's not permanent, but it makes sense for right now. As long as we don't have to lose this.
I couldn't bear losing this. I've lost so much already. As I said, it's good for people to not forget where they came from.
Clarence's secret dooting. Doot. Doot. Sad doot.
Well, so I didn't want to end your night, but mine is ending. So I wanted you to be the last thing I saw.
We can't.
Would you care to stay, or do you want to go back?
I want to stay.
It would be my pleasure. Okay.
Okay.
So, you're not really sure where you are. You said his place. So
are we in a different
like a very
dimension?
generic
Where
room.
are we? And also, I want to know about everything that worries you. The good and the bad.
Goodness. Roll persuasion.
Okie doke. Oh, very persuasive.
Not quite what I was looking for, though.
Isn't it at disadvantage because she's drunk?
Oh.
I don't think
Whose side are you
she's What is your constitution? You are a drink too. Is your constitution only +1?
No, it's
I thought it was higher than that.
I think it's my constitution's 2.
Yeah. So have you had more than 2 drinks at this point? I think you have.
I think I've only had 2. There was the wine that I had with Claren, and then the big thing of beer.
Yes. So
I'm an acting drunk, so if you want to say I'm drunk, that's fine. I don't think it matters.
No. Yeah. There's acting drunk, and then there's inebriated to the point it affects your stats, is what I'm saying. So yes, at this point you would have disadvantage, especially for charisma-based things. Definitely for this kind of situation. But a 19 wasn't good enough anyway. Okay. So Jabu definitely will kind of stays up a bit with you talking, and he entertains some of your conversations, giving you vague answers. You learn a bit about him.
I want to talk
you
to
can
him
tell her-
about a memory that I have that he might not have, because I don't know if that was the timeline that he's presently in or if it was a past timeline. The lines are starting to get a little blurry, but I tell him about the time the barbarian Nairomi was pulling on his tail and he threw me down a sewer drain. And we laugh and we laugh.
He's just kind of like, oh, what the hell is she talking about? But he laughs with you.
Well, he knows that I've been split between different timelines. And he can can see the memory too if he does the telepathy thing.
And I mean, you could tell he has fun with it. It's not like an awkward like I'll laugh because you said something laugh, but he's generally having fun with you in the conversation. So Nairomi, that wraps up her night. The rest of you're at the bar. You've had, I don't know, a few more drinks. It's definitely
Byron
getting
is starting
pretty
to
late.
realize that she might have been ditched. Now has no place to sleep.
I'm sorry. I did tell you before I left that you could stay with us. And Arden and Madame Midmeyer are still there.
Yes. So Quintetta, I'm sorry, Claren, Quintetta, and Arden, and
You're
Madame
not
Midmeyer,
here.
you're the only ones there. Nairomi
You're not here,
is
so
gone.
Claren doesn't say that.
And she's
That
been
is
gone
what
for at
Claren
least
understands.
10 minutes.
Okay. Well, this has been nice. I need to go find a place to sleep tonight. Quintetta, I'm very happy to have met you.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I was trying to talk this whole time to you guys.
Oh no!
No.
And I was like,
Every
so
time.
rude. Sorry, Claren, can you start over again? I'm sorry.
No problem. It was very nice to meet you. It's getting late, and I need to find a place to sleep tonight.
Oh, you're more than welcome to stay at my place, since the gesture of the really beautiful hotel or whatever wasn't. Oh, never mind. I don't think I heard that. Were the heroes of the Aeonce, they got the beautiful hotel rooms. Never mind. Sorry. Hold on. I didn't. I wasn't part of that conversation. Hold on. Rewind. You're more than welcome to come stay at my place. I mean, it's nothing special or anything, but you're probably gonna have to wake me up at the break
I'm
of dawn.
immediately looking at you with huge happy eyes, and I'm just like, really? I could stay at your place? Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, it's not like a beautiful, big place, but
I'm sure it's lovely.
Quintetta tosses a couple coins to her friend at the bar, even though her first drink was for free. Says her goodnights, waves to the crowd, and then I'm gonna start walking out because it's late.
Going to follow like a duckling.
Oh, Quintetta starts walking, but turns around and looks back at the Madam. What's her name?
Madame Midmeyer.
Madam Midmeyer once again says, "Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can't wait to tell the guild tomorrow this exciting news. Thank you so much."
Madame Midmeyer has had a lot to drink at this point. She's like, no, thank you.
I curtsy to Arden and I say, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Quintetta points her finger at Arden and says, "You're a witness to that she offered, right? You're a witness."
No, yeah, I was here. I saw it all. I'm not completely blackout drunk yet. I'll remember. And I'll. It's nice seeing you, and I salute.
She's bossy. It's fun to work with bossy people.
Arden salutes, so Quintetta salutes back. Shrugs. Maybe it's an Arden thing. I don't know.
I just do it to be polite.
Okay.
I'm not from around here.
Not Quintetta, I'm sorry. Madame Mitmeyer has decided she doesn't want to walk, and Arden, she is just gonna climb into your arms. And she's
I'll
just
carry
like, she's like, to bed! I'm tired! Away, mighty steed!
Someday we'll get you an actual horse.
Byron is very overwhelmed by her.
I've always wanted a pony.
You have a circus. I feel like you should at least have some sort of mountain in the circus. But,
I didn't. She's just like, I didn't think about where are all my circus animals right now? Huh.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Mitmeyer's abandoned circus.
Circus animals are really poorly treated.
She's just too drunk to even contemplate what happened with them since you guys got to going. Oh goodness!
She just ditched her animals.
Yeah,
No,
I feel really
also-
awful too. I don't think I would have ditched Clyron without a plan, but I feel bad.
I'm gonna say at this point you are not thinking about Clyron. So it's probably not what Nairomi's thinking about. But so each of you find your way to a place to call your bed for the night, and you each enjoy a full night's rest. A little more full for some, or a little less full for some than others. But
yeah.
Poor Arden having to carry.
The yes from Arden.
What did you say?
I said poor Arden having to carry Madame Celestial, whatever, whoever her name is,
She doesn't-
across town.
She doesn't weigh very much, and Arden is very strong. He
Okay.
can manage, no
Who
problem.
knows? He might like it.
She's having fun with it, that's for sure. Castiel, anything else for you, or are you going to call it a night as well?
No, as you were talking about them going through Kine, I said that as they left the party, Castiel just kind of like sighs, shakes his head, puts his less than half drunk drink on a tray, and goes to bed for the night.
Castiel could have had romance, but he just flat out rejected her. Stone cold.
For now, it's
You're
it's
definitely
fine.
lower than my
Who knows? He
station.
might end up liking her.
You overreact to everything Castiel does.
Nairobi overacts to everything Castiel does. I love it. I love it. You two are very opposites. That's for sure. Oh, jeez. Okay, so everybody gets themselves a full night's sleep with a full rest. And the next morning comes very quickly because this briefing is at the crack of dawn.
Yeah,
So-
Quintetta, you might notice that Clyron has already left your house.
You didn't wake
you-
me up? How rude. No.
I probably got up way too early.
You
to wake
explicitly
up.
said to wake her.
Didn't wake me up. How rude. Oh my gosh. So this being our first long rest for each of you, reminding that after a long rest that you guys can prepare your spells and complete whatever your characters must do in the morning. Some of you have routines and things. So
I'm gonna
ahead.
send you a secret question.
okay. So you guys are no longer in party mode. And as you get ready for the day, I'm interested if you can explain what's different about your character appearance, if anything, or what is like your morning routine. So Nairomi, you actually wake up in your own bed at your own house.
What?
And,
That's
which is a very nice new house for you.
He teleported me here while I was unconscious.
No, just in the morning. There's like a little note that says have a good first day on your new journey.
Didn't even
you
take
gotta
me
get
out for
out.
coffee. Yeah, he's like, oh, that's fine. I had to go see my family anyway. So you're asking me what's my morning routine?
Yeah, what's your morning routine?
Gee, I don't know. I probably am setting crisscross applesauce. Actually, can I do a scry first thing in the morning?
Do you
Like
have that spell?
meditate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently got the spell Scrying. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that's on the same plane of existence. They must make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, your 5th level spell now.
Is this
That's
the
right.
one where I can see
Yep.
anywhere in Aeonce, basically, and like spy on somebody?
It has to be something you're familiar with or a person you're familiar with, and
Yeah.
then you can attempt to look into them.
I'd like to
Correct.
look in on Rava. Am I able to talk? I haven't really read through the spell that well. Am I able to talk to her while I'm looking in on her?
Do you have?
I don't have
a
message.
crystal ball or something?
You know Rava well enough. You don't have message, but yeah, you know her well enough. You can scry on her at any time. Granted that you.
Oh no, sorry. Castiel's right. I don't think I've bought a crystal ball yet, so I'll save this. I always forget about components matter.
Yeah, you do. You have to have a crystal ball.
That's like 1,000 gold components. Well, reusable looks like, you know.
It's reusable. Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is a very powerful spell. So you're thinking of Rava. You wake up and you're like, "Huh, I feel more powerful. I wonder what Rava's doing."
Yeah, that's my morning routine. I think about
and it
Rava.
comes to your attention that, man, if I had a crystal ball, I bet I could see her right now.
Yeah. My other morning routines include brushing my long, beautiful hair and putting in lots of braids and then tying it all up. And I brush my teeth. And then I am... I want to know. I want to listen to hear if Arden and Madame Midmeyer are in the house or if they ended up somewhere else.
They're all at their own homes, so it's a different it's like an apartment style, not a condo. You're all within one building. The Hall of Heroes is like a tower with lots of floors, so each of you have like your own loft as a part of this. So as soon as you head out the door from your house, you're in the same hallway where Arden might be, you know.
Okay, then I'll just summon Bijou, and I will brush out Kibo's fur. Bijou is my familiar. I want to show a picture. This is Bijou. It's like a little griffin puppy, kind of. And then this is Kibo, who's like a full-fledged griffin.
Your griffin. So he's kept the airship.
He feeds himself, right?
At the kingdom.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, the griffin doesn't need to eat. It's a magical thing. He's not a real monster.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to eat. But so they're kept at, well, Bijou can probably be with you, but Kipo is kept at near the airship dock to the palace itself. That's the same airship you guys docked on when you got to the Kingdom of Time. So Bijou is being kept there. So what is it, Hermes?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Hermes is being kept there as well.
He'd have been resummoned by this point. So.
You mean Kipo, right? Not Bijou, because Bijou's a familiar. He just kind of stays.
That's what I said. Kipo's at the stocks.
Yeah.
Not stocks. Stable. That's what I'm looking for. Bijou can be with you. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
that's it.
I'm assuming you took care of your physical needs. As a druid, I wasn't sure if there's anything in particular. So the rest of you, Clyron, when you wake up, it's super freaking early. You don't have to fully sleep. You kind of go into a meditative trance. Really, if I'm correct, is that how you wanted Clyron to spend her nights?
Most of the time, she's usually focusing on either making something, reading something. Byron is always doing something with her free time. She doesn't know how to not work, really. So
you wake up, you feel good. You kind of think a little hard about it. You check yourself over. Things are going really well right now. You can tell. It's probably going to be a while
Okay, okay,
before you
good,
had
good,
any
good, 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 good,
problems.
good. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to, guess I'm just sort of preparing my notes for the briefing.
Okay. So if you've already headed out, you're probably out like at the Hall of Heroes, kind of sitting in like a waiting area, lounge outside the briefing rooms. There's like a guild hall space. You're just kind of waiting there with all of your notes and stuff. Arden, do you need to
Yeah.
do anything? You don't do anything to get ready, do you? Maybe stretch or something.
Yeah, stretch, push-ups, this normal staying in shape routine that I picked up from living in the circus around the acrobats and stuff. Sharpen my axes, and that's really everything I do.
Probably like during your workout routine, Quill comes bursting in. He's like, "You guys are out so late. Where the heck were you guys?"
Is he asking me or
Madam Metmeyer's still asleep.
Oh.
She doesn't wake up this early.
So we were at parties. We went from one to another.
Well, I want to go to the next one. I don't have to stay in the next.
When you're old enough.
Do I get to come to your briefing this morning?
I don't think so. This is just for the heroes of Aeonce.
We never do what I want to do. He just kind of scoffs and walks back out of the room. Castiel, do you do anything in the morning?
Would I be able to get up early enough to visit the blacksmith before the briefing?
The blacksmith is closed. I don't know if you would have
Not
known
even
that. So you
gonna
probably
give me my new armor. Oh,
I bet you tried. Like you got up, you're like, oh man, I'm ready, and you get there and like it's not open.
I hate you so much. So I guess in that case, Castiel is just he's gonna get up, give himself a clean over, wash his face, braid in the beads in his hair, do his couple prayers in the morning to the creators, and then just kind of like anoint himself in oils, dress fairly simply right now. He's not armored up since he is expecting to get a new set of armor, and that'll be him.
Okay. Quintetta, by the time you wake up, Clyron is already gone. I don't know if you're running late or not, but does Quintetta have to do anything? Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Quintenta looks at her, her spell book. She's like, she doesn't know if she's going to come back to her house or not. She has no idea what to expect. So she's looking at her spell book. She's reading over her spells. She is, kind of studying. She's packing away a couple things that she would need for her spells in a little pouch on her. She's probably feeding her owl.
So speaking of which, I got your new image.
Yay!
Did it fix? It
Yeah.
looks really messed up on. Okay,
It does
there it
look
goes.
a little messed up on there.
Yeah, it's a little stretched out, but
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. One more. Yeah.
There it is.
There you go.
There it is. This was another wonderful creation of Belle's.
Yeah.
Yes, it's beautiful. She's probably once again wearing all black with slight red touches here and there in her clothing. Of course, no one would know. She probably breaks down and cries multiple times.
Oh my gosh!
Oh no!
Trying
so
to get
sad.
ready.
Roll a Constitution for me.
Wait, make the art bigger again.
Yes, Quintetta.
Okay.
Can you make
You said make the art bigger again?
Yes, please. So this was drawn by Reckoning Bells. Oh, make me scroll. Bells, you keep forgetting to put your signature on things.
There, roll it.
Embarrassed.
This is wonderful. You should be embarrassed. And then
Yeah, it's awesome.
we have Castiel's picture too. I already turned yours into an icon, so I don't have the
Oh,
full
gosh.
body one. I don't know how to make that one bigger.
I
Wait,
get
yes, I
mine
do.
too, but I don't know how you would put it on.
Your artwork, I love your. Wait, why can't I grab the? Oh no! What have I done?
It's an abomination.
That looks
Not the
Yes.
physical one.
not
Snazzy pixelated art. I love it. It's
Not-
freaking top hat, and
Not
this is
that
what
one.
you're talking about.
No,
the
he's
new
got
one.
You have a new one.
He has one that's animated that the color changes
Yeah,
on the
awesome.
staff. It's like a
You
GIF.
want me to send it?
It's
Oh,
just
you
gonna-
drew Arden already?
I love you.
Who's that?
It's
Quill.
Quill.
That's based off the picture you put in, Drew, on his character sheet. His bio.
Yes.
He's got
He's a
the
little-
red vest thing, the white sleeves, and the red hair.
Mm-hmm. That's so perfect.
I love his little bendy knees.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how to give you the good Arden picture.
I didn't know there's a good item picture. You
Yeah,
can
Belle's-
send me a
Thanks.
link on Discord.
Oh my gosh, there's
Thanks,
Castiel.
Castiel.
Can I make
And
the?
he would be in that armor if Drew let him pick it up.
You don't have the armor yet. It's so good. All the details on the armor.
That shield is
So
amazing.
what is
I
he
love the
actually
shield.
wearing right now?
He's kind of in some like simpler colors,
Just
stuff that
blue.
would go underneath the armor. You know,
Just the blue. No.
just his golden
Only
loincloth.
armor or prepared for armor.
Hey, I messaged you.
On Discord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Excellent.
Castiel's just in like any simple clothes that would go underneath armor.
Oh my
He's not dolled up here right now.
I have to see. Yeah, he's not got his full armor. So, Quintetta, did you roll your save yet?
I did a constitution.
Oh my god. Yeah, you are not feeling great. When you wake up, you've got a bit of a headache, a bit of a hangover, and just like you're a little achy, like your bones. I mean, it's not that you got too crazy last night. I don't know if it was just too many emotions, but you're feeling it this morning.
Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, I'm probably here and there, probably laying down. It's really hard to get motivated to leave and go and meet with everybody else. But I probably put up my hood, trying to hopefully cover my red rim eyes and get out the door as best as I can. Feeling sick and everything. Not the best.
Arden, you have like a billion different character sheets. Which one do you want me to attach this to? Any of them?
Well, I just printed on my main one.
Okay. Oh, the main Arden,
Yeah,
which is called
Arden
Arden
Axling.
Axling. Okay. Oh, you put it on there. Look at
I
that.
put it there. I can't put it. I can't drag it because it's not
Okay.
the default icon.
So Quintetta, you make your way back to where you guys had the party. Not necessarily the tower where you had the party, but similar. You head to the Hall of Heroes where the briefing room is. And as you all approach, each of you from kind of different directions, when you all get there, you can already see Clyren is there with all of her notes. Looks like she's been there a while getting ready.
Good morning, everyone.
Quintetta quickly just sits down and goes,
Are you all right?
I'm good. I'm good. It kind of seems like it's like a different Quintetta than last night. Like her mood and everything's just different.
Do you have a hangover?
Yeah. But I'm good.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on her. Hope that gets rid of it.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
All right.
Is there anything showing up?
Medicine.
I'll have to work on that image. I'm not sure why it didn't work, Arden. I'm sorry. But, oh no, this is worse. I can't get your image to show.
No.
Open my sheet and delete the default icon.
I know, I was gonna say I'm gonna have to go all the way and delete your icon. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think
You
that's
have
the
a
only
backup
one.
of you have a backup of that, right? I do not have this.
I think so.
Okay. Well, I deleted it. Let's see what'd you get. A 17. Yeah, you're fairly certain that should have worked. It did not.
Oh. Hmm.
I try to put on a small smile and say, "Oh, thank you. I'm feeling better. I'm good."
All right.
Here's
Uh,
here's Arden. I love it. Look at it juggling. Oh, it's so freaking awesome.
Oh my
Handsome
gosh.
devil.
That's
It's
amazing.
giant.
Hmm.
Oh, goodness gracious. This is such awesome art. Oh no, I broke it. Okay. So, yeah. Quintetta, feeling all right. Nobody else said good morning, just
Yeah.
Quintetta?
Well, I didn't really have a chance to say. So
I'd say
Gastiel walks in, gives the nod to Clyron, and sits down right next to Quintetta.
Quintetta gives a little shrug.
I'm not sure if I need to wait for someone else to show up. Is
oh
it
no,
just us?
I'll be here. Nope, I'm coming. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning,
Good
to see you.
Clara. How did last night go?
It went rather well. I liked the smaller party a lot more than the larger one.
Well, I hope you had a good time. But
Well, I think I got to know most of you a little bit more, which I'm very happy for. Very interesting people.
yep, we're
Uh,
happy to meet you too. I just wonder what Midas's plans are for you. I'm excited to find out what happens this morning.
yes, I believe we need to wait for him.
It's about that time. The door to the briefing room opens, and sticking its little, very shriveled and old head out, you guys see an ancient-looking dragonborn priest, and just peering into like the lounge area where you guys are all sitting. He's like, "What are y'all doing? You're late. Get in here."
Would I recognize that priest?
Oh,
Um, Many of you recognize him from different places. None of you know him personally. This is Father Sid.
I know him.
He is the chief archivist of the Unfrey Library.
yeah, I've met
So
him
yes,
too.
Clyron, you've seen him in person. Quintetta, you've seen him with your studies. With the Hero Academy. Kessel, you probably have not seen him, but you know the name. He's a very important figure with the archives for the Order and the Justicars. So he is this hunched over about half of what his standing height would be, little dragonborn, who's kind of braced against the cane. And the fact that he didn't make eye contact with any of you suggested that he is also quite blind. His long, boring, draped gray robes are vastly different from the usual vibrant primary colors of the Order priests. So he's kind of in a very different, just boring, nothing too flashy about him other than his bright, blue, scaly skin. So you guys would recognize him. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, you would all know that Father Sid has trained and organized a whole faction of Dragonborn priests who worship the library and the collection in it. The Unfrey Library is a massive library built into the mountain on an island called the Unfrail Island. The entire island is just one big library, and it contains copies and archives of everything that has occurred since the Order, and whatever they could collect from prior to then. So, about 500 years worth of information is stored at this library. It is well protected collection, but still open to the public. That being anyone that can afford a ticket to the island via airship. But Father Sid's long white beard kind of drags along the ground as he turns to usher all of you in, and then re-enters the room. You guys all go in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I probably give like a as I stand up and start following.
So his pace is about a half of what you would expect for a normal walking speed, and he's just like, hurry up! We don't have all day. The dragon kind of grumps as he continues into the chamber and waddles his way towards Midas, who is sitting at the front. It looks like he's probably been sitting there a while now. He's just poring over different maps and a number of scrolls on the side. He puts down his reading glasses and greets you all with a bright smile. The sun kind of shines behind him as he does. Good morning. I hope you're all well rested and worked off your party stupor. But it's time to get to work. We do not know the time scale here, so we got to make every moment count. Take your seats, please. Midas kind of points around a large table in the center of the room. Is everyone...
I'm impressed he's able to tell where the table is, considering how blind he is.
that was Midas, but yes,
okay.
that was Midas who said that. The Dragonborn, who's a much raspier voice, has kind of made his way to. There's like a stage where Midas has been sitting with his stuff, and there seems to be a book that is just like hovering there, and he kind of perches himself sitting on top of that book. It's just like looming and watching over the rest of you. Completely cataract eyes, just grayed over eyes. Doesn't really his head doesn't really stop moving because he can't really focus or look at anything. He's just constantly just there, and it takes him forever to get over there. He's just such a slow moving guy. But so Midas's motion for each of you to take your seats, and he kind of looks over at you, Clyron. So, Clyron Viafox Hild, the 7th version 1. You are the new informant. Well, please tell us, if you're okay to start, what have you learned about the Heartstones? What do we know in general?
In general, let me take a look at my notes. Are you looking to know where they are right now? Is that what you're looking for? Or are you looking for more information than that, like what they do?
Dude, yeah, if you have an idea of where some of these might be, or what do you know? We're kind of stabbing in the dark here. Whatever's comfortable for you.
All right.
All of its knowledge.
Well, after most of my research, I haven't found much on the Soul Heart yet, but as for the Shadow Heart, last time I believe anyone saw it, it was given to Emperor Zhang Tao of Feldor, which fell 150 years ago. But there's no really information on the location of it at this point. The Jungle Heart, I believe you all know where that one is at this point.
What did happen with that? He kind of looks at you guys.
What did happen with that, DM?
Did you guys give it to somebody? Did you just have it?
The last one in possession of it would have been Rava.
No, Rekran tossed it at Arden.
I thought
The Jungle Heart?
The Jungle Heart, not the creator sphere.
Arden would have it then. What did
So
you do with it,
I
Arden?
thought someone. I thought Rava took it.
Did you
Just
hand it back
lost
to
in a
Rava
gutter.
afterwards?
I thought so. Yeah.
You lost the jungle heart. I'm just- Last I know or remember any details about is that Arden, you still had it. But if you
This jungle heart. Oh,
This extremely powerful magic item.
oh, it's here. Okay. Can I touch
Right.
it? Midas like walks over. He's like, gingerly takes it from you. Is that will you hand it to Midas? Is that okay?
yeah. I'll give it to him.
Okay. I'm sure the elves are gonna want this back now that we already have the green sphere. Sorry, continue, Claren.
Okay. Well, the storm heart was given to King Nemiclus of the kingdom of Barasuk. The current king is Yotel.
Oh,
Yotal?
King Mutal, yeah.
Yittle. Okay. Your my studies say that they lost the sphere around 50 years ago. Um,
I'm sorry,
the
did you say
rough
stone or storm?
storm.
Okay, well, we have more recent information on that. We had
Good.
found out that a hermit in the mountains of Barasuk is currently in possession of that. Don't believe it was the significance of what he holds.
Oh, well, I have more information than that, but I'll get to that in a minute.
Wait, oh, that's right. I remember reading your report, Castillo. How did you find that out again?
That was through. I didn't actually note down how we found out about that.
If you're willing to share it, Rava told you that Marzan, the Archmage of Divination, agreed to tell you where it's at because you guys allowed for Salin von Diesel to take the tower.
That's right. So I'll relay that we had Marzam had approached us at the tower, and in order to not be wiped out by him, we left, and he gave us the position of the Storm Heart and the what was the other one?
Jim Hart.
Yeah.
Right. Did you say Ocean Heart? You know where that one is?
Yes.
Okay, well then the volcanic heart was given to Herdmaster Gorhos, the Wild Mount of Megagareth.
Father Sid's like, I haven't heard that name in ages.
It says about 100 years ago the stone was taken to the dark halls and the trail goes cold after that.
Well, of course.
But as for the storm heart, you should know that King Udal has been looking for the storm heart for 30 years now. And lately he's been putting out warrants for arrests. One in particular was 100,000 gold for the capture or death of a man named Donnock. Apparently, he was a rough glaive member, went rogue, killed many Barosuk soldiers, and then ran away into the mountains. Every attempt to find or capture him has led to death.
Oh God. Did Marzam give you any inclination that this hermit was dangerous?
None that I recall. He really mentioned the hermit was not aware of its true significance, which seems, at least this, what was his name?
Donnac. Donac.
Donnac. Yeah.
It seems this Donnac took it with a purpose, whether he knew what it was for or not, and maybe it is the same man and not in his possession anymore.
Well, Barasuk, if you're interested in heading there, is fairly treacherous. Um, it's covered in jagged mountains, has dormant volcanoes, and quite a few beasts to fight, including, and not limited to, dragons. So I would suggest, due to its snowy climate, you invest in boots of the Winterlands. I believe they sell a type that is less expensive for 500 gold, but you don't get the resistance to cold with that.
My goodness, you are thorough. Well, I think that's a good idea. You do seem to have a bit of a lead on this Stormheart, and you, as you mentioned, Castiel, we do know the location. Not quite know the location, but we know that Nigel Lorong of the Lorong Trading Company is in possession of the Ocean Heart. Now, with that in mind, we have put out a massive search for Nigel Lorong. His official statement is that he did not know the importance of this device. Now, we all know that is a lie, but that is his official statement to the people of Aeonce, and he has not yet relinquished the Ocean Heart over to the Order, and has gone missing. We cannot seize the company without causing major backlash to all of Aeonce, since the Rolong Trading Company provides resources distributed all over, kind included. But we've put Soj on the task. He's out looking, and will hopefully apprehend the Ocean Heart. If you guys would like to look for the Storm Heart. If it can be obtained, and more evidence of Nigel's involvement to the Dark Hand when we capture him, we are working on a quick transition to take control, but resources are already sparse with what is coming next. With all that you guys have uncovered for us, and Midas says this looking at Naomi Arden and Castiel, Shiva is going to decree and announce a full-on war against the Dark Hand. She will decree it unlawful and punishable by death to associate, harbor, and withhold information regarding the Dark Hand. If they can find Nigel, he will be made an example of. This means the only current lead, as Claren has alluded, you guys are probably going to have to head to Barasuk. A cold and unforgiving place, so please take care.
Wow.
Was there more to add? I'm sorry, Claren. Now that you brought that up, I just wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page about Nigel.
No, I just have a few tips that I would like to share with the group before we head out on our, privately, if you don't mind.
What, like without me in the room, or?
Oh, I'll just wait until we're done here, I suppose.
Like squids. Like, what are you thinking? Like planning?
Like sweating.
He kind of grip hands on both of his sides, kind of slowly meanders closer to you, Claren. Now we're all on the same side here, Claren.
For certain. Absolutely.
Okay. He's like thinking, looking you over. And it's about the same time he's interrupted by Father Sid. He's just kind of been looking over and just listening to everything. And his like cataract eyes kind of squints in. He begins to look at you more curiously, Claren, and overwhelmed with anticipation, he blurts out, "Claren, that book you have there, is it from your collection? Is that the one we paid for?" Let me
I don't have a
read
book
it.
out. I have my notes here. I don't have a book.
Yes, everybody can now see this. There is no book out. Nobody can see any books. The book, please. I'd like to read it.
I only have my notes.
He kind of holds his hand up, and you can feel a forceful tug at the book in your packs.
I need to go to the bathroom.
I'll go with you.
You see Nairomi's.
Did you hear me? I go after Clyron. I say, I go with you to the bathroom.
By the time you can get up in your chair, Midas is between you and the door.
Oh no.
And Father Sid doesn't seem to, like, you can tell, it doesn't seem like he understands that he might have crossed the boundary or something. He's just like, I beg your pardon. Do you know who I am? How dare you try to withhold information from me?
I'm not trying to withhold any information that is not impertinent. I just
Make a persuasion or a deception. Up to you.
I'm so bad at that.
Why'd you?
I didn't mean to.
shoot
No. I didn't mean to click that. Forget that.
That's hilarious.
Forget that. I didn't do that.
Midas kind of sends. You can see Midas sends Father Sid like a mean glare. He's like, "What are you doing?" And to that, to what you had said, Father Sid's like, "This is all relevant to preventing the end of the world. I don't care if there's secrets in there. Young Claren, I will take more secrets with me than you could ever fathom."
Insight check.
Yes, go ahead. Alright, look at that inside check. Father Sid, he is tough to read, but you can sense it, you can feel it with how he's looking at you, and how he's feeling or speaking. You can connect with what he's saying. There's honesty there when he says that he doesn't care about the secrets, that's not what he wants to read.
All right, I'm going to pull out
you feel it,
the book by Marzem, the Archmage of Divination, that I have, and I'm going to hand it to him.
As you pull it out, he says, or as you bring it to him, he kind of says again, just to you, he's like, I am on your side. No matter what this book contains, that will not change. We are all either together on the same side, or we are welcoming the abyss.
I'm sorry, I just know that having this book could get me in trouble with the Order, and I wasn't sure if you were with them or not.
As I said, we are all on the same side, or we are welcoming the abyss. Midas's mouth is just like gaping open. He's just like, what just happened here? He looks like he wants to apologize for Father Sid, but just can't form the words. And
Castiel just has an eyebrow raised at all this going on.
Quintetta, any thoughts or feelings? You're probably muted.
Or she passed out again.
I am. Quintetta's probably looking back and forth at them. When they do say that we're all on the same side, she does slightly glance at Castiel for a second. But then other than that, she's just sitting there quietly.
Throwing shade. Arden, anything to add? You just
no, not really.
Show.
Yeah.
Can I roll perception to see if I noticed her glance at me?
If you notice,
Quintetta's glance.
Quintetta, unless you want to roll for like a stealth, then it's noticeable.
No, she's not like trying, like she's not doing like shooting daggers, but she did like look at him like when that was
Like
mentioned.
nervously, or just out
Yes.
of subconsciously.
So it's not like but she's not hiding it or anything.
So Claren, you were gonna say something?
I think I need to tell you all. I do know where Soul Heart is located, but you're probably not going to like it. Um,
Oh,
None of this is how sound
Midas
pleasant.
looks real. What's that? Oh, what did she say?
I said, she goes, well, none of this has sound pleasant, so go ahead.
And she's not feeling pleasant either. It's at this time. He can't. His eyes don't look like they can see, but Father Sid is, in fact, reading this book, and he's reading it like without turning the pages. Like the words are just being absorbed by him. He just has a hand over the book as the pages kind of fly over one after the other. Go ahead. You were gonna say.
King Stricker the Third likely has the Soul Heart, and for whatever reason, I believe he's been keeping it secret from you.
Well, I guess since you do know that, and I don't know why I didn't think you knew that. This is Midas speaking. I suppose I should let our secret out of the bag. Not that it was a secret, but as you might imagine, the importance of all of it. Shiva, pardon my French. The Oracle, she is in possession of the White Creator Sphere, or at least she was. We always allowed the Kingdom of Kind to be in possession of the White Creator Sphere. I'm sorry, the White Soul Heart Stone, because we knew where the White Creator Sphere was. That wasn't something we were so worried about. But
the one Aracrin has?
Exactly.
You don't know that. No, Castiel doesn't know that, does he?
Yes, he do. I was there. I saw him in possession of it.
Well, Castiel heard Arungail's wish.
Yeah.
You never saw Aracrin have the sphere because Aracrin's body was never there. But you heard Aracrin's wish. I'm sorry, Arungail's wish, which said Aracrin be in possession of the White Creator Sphere. You haven't seen Aracrin because what you saw, his body evaporated when he took the Green Creator Sphere. So, as far as that note, all Castiel has told them is what he's already told them is Arungail wished that Aracrin would have it.
Right. But as far as Castiel knew, Aracrin was in Beijing, right?
And by him saying that, nobody else still knows that.
For those who have just started watching this, who is Aracrin?
Aracrin. Good question. So, Claren, you would know this because of your reasons of being such a what do they call it? A sloop? Whatever it is. Somebody does a lot of research.
Sleuth?
Yes, sleuth. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Aracrin was one of the original heroes of Aeonce, but he was already a part of the Dark Hand prior to joining the team. And when he joined, was called forth by Shiva to be a part of the Heroes of Aeonce. He was captured, and his soul was taken by the necromancer Nagan Shi during an attack on Kind. The same attack that Quintetta's husband lost his life, Terracus. So it was in that attack, Aracrin was found, his body unconscious, and Nairomi explained to them, she wants to question Aracrin. So Aracrin's body was kept in the jails here in the Kingdom of Kind. However, during their journey looking for the Green Creator Sphere, they came across Arakran once again, this time rebuilt by and placed in the body of a homunculus. So Arakran was kind of in this undead body put together with multiple bodies. And his soul was placed in there by Naga and Shi. Arakran told Nairomi like he knows what he's doing this time. He's here to help. So he followed them the entire length of the way to the Green Creator Sphere, trying to help them succeed. And at the very end, when Arungail, an elf who was escorting them, his soul was taken so that a wish could be granted. And this wish was going to be the wish that gave the heroes the Green Creator Sphere. This was how they were going to get the sphere all along. Instead, Arungail wishes for Arakran to get the White Creator Sphere, which confuses everybody. It is in that same moment that the homunculus Arakran, who is very stealthy and sneaky, he's a rogue, was sneaking behind the Camelisk the whole time and stole the Green Creator Sphere, and was able to trap the Dearth Camelisk in a kind of magical lock made by the Green Creator Sphere. So Arakran is the one who gave them the Green Creator Sphere, but has since gone missing in possession of the White Creator Sphere. So he is a hero of Aeonce, just like the rest of you, but he's kind of looking out for himself, and he is missing right now. Last we saw is Arakran sent Nairomi a message, and only Nairomi knows this, but sent her a message explaining why he did what he did. He had to save himself from Nagan Shi and save all of them by killing the Dearth Camelisk, which nobody else was willing to do. Clyron, you kind of followed all of that in your studies.
With the exception,
Quintetta,
I guess, to the secret.
to the last part, yeah.
Right.
And Nairomi's secret. But that is Arakran in a nutshell. So right now, bringing up Arakran, yes, Minos knew about that already, and he agrees with you. Now that is where King Stricker comes into play, is because he has to relinquish the soul's heart so that we can go look for the White Creator Sphere wherever Arakran has gone, and we will find him.
I'm not sure how willing he will be to give that up. Hopefully he'll be all right with it.
Yes, I don't believe we'll have any troubles with that. King Stricker has always been very appreciative and cooperative.
But why wouldn't he have said something about it to all of you, knowing that the White Creator Sphere is missing?
Oh, I don't know if he knows. I don't know how active he uses the Elf didn't know he had it, but I knew explained to me after she told us that the White Creator Sphere has gone missing. I don't know if he's been privileged to that information yet. That is a part of our plan. You needn't worry yourself about the White Stone.
All right.
In fact, I think it is best you all keep your distance from this one. Knowing that Arakran traveled with you all for quite some time, I wouldn't want it to implicate any of you.
Castiel looks pissed.
Oh boy.
Do you have anything you want to say, Castiel, or do you just look mad?
He just looks mad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, since we are coming out with all the secrets right now,
No.
I feel it is important to also... Oh, did you have something to say, Nairomi?
Oh, no.
It was
No,
just-
that was just a Liz, not a Nairomi, no.
Oh, since we're coming out with all the secrets, I hope we're just all on the same page. Rava has defected. She is a hero of Aeonce, so it is her purpose to support you all in this mission. However, I don't think it's a good use of our resources to hunt her down right now with a war and everything else going on. Besides, I think probably the people most likely to find her anyway will be you guys. I hope that brings you some peace, knowing we don't consider her an enemy to the Order, but it would be nice if she came back and did her job. And as you might have heard with King Stricker's story, when he said Roman is dead, I hope you all know that is a lie, and a very important lie to maintain.
Why?
I suppose you don't know Arden, do you? He says this, but you know enough about Arden to know Arden is a...
Roman.
Why do I keep saying Arden? I'm so sorry, Arden. Roman. You would know Roman is a tiefling. Order doesn't look too highly on tieflings. But he has had some troubles with apparently being possessed. And it just so happens that the possession, or who he's possessed with, is his sister. And his sister is blood related, the reincarnation of a demigod of Anima, which most of the people in the Kingdom of Kind would call a demon named Desimir.
Dear.
Yes, not so good. So they are trying to, what does he say? Yeah. So the cult of entropy is targeting Roman because they believe they can use him to resurrect Desimir. He will be kept very comfortable and protected. We can't afford to be fighting a demon at the same time. And Brisk, he was never a hero of Aeonce, but he has proven to be very useful. His ties to the Dark Hand is concerning, but he has proven to be useful in assisting us with our current relations with the Dark Halls here in Kine. So we are hoping he'll help us improve our diplomacy along our borders.
I'm glad to hear that he's involved.
Well, we couldn't use his resource or let his resources go to waste. He's a very capable guy and believes very firmly of what his people are doing. So I'm going to put my faith in him for now, as long as he continues to deliver.
I think he will. And not all of the Dark Hand were involved with Naganshi.
I don't know how related Naganshi is to the Dark Hand either. From what Jabu, Sojal, and Ami were able to uncover, it seems Naganshi continues to function on his own accord. He was working with the occult of purists here in the Kingdom of Kine and manipulated them to his end goal, which was to bring all those zombies into our city. But the Dark Hand are functioning in very different ways. It's very different. I don't think they're related or on the same team, really. Maybe. I mean, the enemy of our enemy. Or I guess our enemies' enemies could also be their friends. I'm confused. You know the saying.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend?
Well, but they're both enemies to us, so maybe they're friends together.
Oh.
Yes, that's what it means.
I don't know a saying for that scenario.
Same thing, just not in our perspective.
My enemies banding together is bad for me?
Is it possible for me to get my book back now?
Yes. This is a... Yes, you keep this safe. I'm glad I read it, but don't let anybody else read this.
I never intended to let anyone read it. I'm gonna put it back in my bag of holding.
If Father Sid asks to read a book, you let him read a book, but nobody else.
How come Father... What? I would like to read it.
No.
Is it your diary?
No.
No. We'll talk more. I have more questions.
This will keep going. No. So, it sounds like you're all headed to Barashuk. You guys get prepared for a cold trip. Sounds like you might be fighting dragons, possibly
Actually,
all kinds of things. Good luck in the cold-ass mountains of Barasuk. We'll have transport set up for you whenever you are ready to go. Don't take too long getting supplies together. Like I said, make every moment count. And Father Sid's head shrills. He's like, transport? There's no time to take a boat to Tundra Wasteland. Father Sid kind of wags a finger. It'll take 3 months to splash across the Scalar Sea. That won't do.
Gosh.
oh wow.
Light kind of fills in Father Sid's eyes, and you can all tell he's casting another spell. This should help.
Oh,
Father
we aren't
Sid-
ready yet.
Oh,
There's more
What'd
I
you
have
say?
to do this week. I'm not ready to go anywhere, Father
Go
Sid.
to the guild.
No!
Father Sid, he holds up one of his books, and it begins to glow a deep swirl of black and blue, and then lifts from his hands and hangs in a space in front of him. He kind of smiles like, you thought I was going to teleport you.
Yes.
yes,
Mark-
absolutely.
He kind of does a little chuckle. And Midas is like, Father Sid, we've talked about this. You can't just gate people. And smack, all of a sudden, the same young man that you had seen at the party before,
Marcus.
a vortex appears above him, and he suddenly falls through and launched straight into the air. And the next moment, all of you see Marcus Ruckaford on the floor with Took next to him in front of you. As Father Sid just kind of teleports him into the room with you all. And Father Sid says, the Rockroad family has the only mechanical airship that can manage the cold temperatures of Barsuk. Welcome, Mr. Rockford.
Are we wrapping up here? Or
Yes,
okay.
this is where we're stopping. So, he's just kind of dropped into the briefing room with you all. Apparently, Marcus Rockford and his family are the only ones with airships and could probably get you to Barsuk much faster.
Itchy face.
Itchy face.
Get you face.
Oh, okay.
Get you. So, we will end there. It is 11 o'clock. Yeah, we made good time with a lot of silly things. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
We haven't even got to shopping yet, and I still
know.
have my armor.
my book got shown so
I'm-
quick. I was trying so hard not to tell
seen
anybody.
by probably the only guy that should see it.
I must
So-
know what's in that
I
book.
was so worried.
Now we all
God,
know
it's
about
very-
it.
I probably should have done an insight check to see if I known anything about the book or not, but it's okay.
Yeah. Arcana or something.
If you all heard the
Yeah.
title, she said the title of the book. You didn't even have to give that, but you did.
Oh,
I did.
what was it called? I'll write it down.
Not telling you.
No,
You can look
Naomi
back
would
on
have
the
known.
Twitch.
Okay,
You
you're
look back on the
right.
Twitch.
Everything's
Yeah.
recorded now.
As
Yeah.
Quintetta mentioned, I think we could all use some notes of Clarence so that everybody
Yeah.
can remember all those
I mean,
details.
I'm Bell's
You're the one who
ship
gave me
copy.
the notes.
I know. So if I could give them all the same notes they gave you
Oh,
now that
hooray.
you've technically given it to them.
Oh,
We should
I
create
I
a
didn't give them
Google-
everything yet.
We
No,
should
I would
create a
only give
Google
them the
Doc,
majority.
like a OneNote doc that we can all access and pool our
That's a good
notes
idea.
together.
I feel like Castiel's pretty pissed
Yep.
about the book.
Not about the book.
He's not about the
I-
book.
He
I'm
doesn't want to be
pissed about
implicated.
Arachne.
He doesn't want to be implicated because of Arachron's choice.
No, it's
Ah.
not a matter of implication. It's a matter of Arachne, in possession of the creator sphere that belongs to the Oracle.
Well, but
Uh,
Clyron just said that the king now has it. So is that new news?
No,
or-
the heart.
He is the heart.
Oh,
Heart.
Yes. So, right. I thought this might get confusing.
no.
Stoneheart is the
Yeah.
compass, like the jungle heart led to the green creator sphere. The soul heart, which King Stricker has leads to the white creator sphere.
Yes.
So whoever has that will be able to find Arakran
Or
wherever
will
he's
they?
at.
Bum, bum, bum.
If Arakran can be found, what? No.
We're going to Barasuk, so
And everybody else, you are going for the
Can you
storm
show us
heart.
on the map where
Barasuk.
Barasuk is?
Yeah.
The map.
Next time on Creators of Aeonce.
We're gonna
Shopping.
go shopping, and then talk to my family a little bit more, and then finalize
Why
some
is
things in
who
kind,
put
and
an
then
X
go to
through Beijing?
Barasuk.
So you're all
Oh.
on Kingdom Khan. Here's the Kingdom of Barasuk. Look at this. I have a better map of Barasuk. Do I want to show you this yet?
equidistant.
maybe
from
wait.
Beijing.
Yeah,
wait.
Yeah, save that for next time.
I don't want
Yeah.
to show you the map of Barasuk. It's beautiful.
No, next time.
No, wait,
Next time.
Next
I won't show you.
time on Creators of Aeonce.
I won't show you. Well, thank you, everybody. So, do you want to have an outro, Liz?
Well, yeah, actually,
Liz,
before I wrap up this stream, I'm actually gonna try to raid somebody, so hold tight and we'll give a visit to somebody else who's streaming right now.
how does that work?
You just stay right there, you stay put. And then I am going to see who I know that is also streaming right now, and we will
Do you
raid
stop
their
recording
channel.
at the same time then?
Yeah, after we move the raid on over. So I have a friend who is in like a final push to affiliate. So let's try to raid his channel, I guess. If you guys are cool.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Um,
I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
thanks,
good
Jen.
night,
Good night, Jen.
Hope
Have
you
a
had a
great
good
night.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. I'm also getting off.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, and thank you again for the awesome artwork.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nana,
no
that's
problem.
really
Yeah,
cool. That's
this
really
artwork's
awesome.
Yes.
great.
Yeah, thank you.
If you want more art, Drew, let me know. And I've been trying to ask Jake if he wants art, but I haven't heard back from him at all. So I don't have his
Thank you.
number or anything. So
I think he's pretty happy with what he has
He
so
has.
far. Not that
Okay.
you. I mean, you would obviously do a
So
better
we're
job.
about to leave for the
but
raid,
I
so
just don't
goodbye,
think-
everybody. Thanks so much for joining the stream. Really enjoy all of your support. See you next time.
Bye.
Did you-
okay.
That was so.
Uh,
Is it stop recording now?